Modern Halo has been humiliated by Helldivers 2. And no, this is not a console wars video. My brain would need a few hits of Dahmer's zombie juice before I could even consider caring about that. Helldivers 2 has embarrassed Halo so badly that I, someone who considers Halo to be my favorite franchise, period, can't deny it anymore. Honestly, I'd rather sit on a cactus than feel compelled to make a video like this, but even 20 plus years of love for the Halo series has its limits. So let's get into it. For the first illustration, please direct your eyes to the screen. What you're looking at are two different products that, as of February 2024, are both priced at $40. On the left, we have Helldivers 2, a brand new game complete with social features that contribute to a community.
Yo, King, can I add you on Steam?
Sure.
On this, so I can just join in randomly on you?
Yeah. Always down to help a brother of liberty.
Yeah, I love democracy.
Better not go to the f***ing ship until we tell you to, Blue, you understand me?
An addicting gameplay loop, a service record, plenty of free, earnable cosmetics, and a game that serves as a love letter to multiple science fiction franchises. It's got so many people spreading democracy across the commie galaxy, in fact, that it's topping the Steam charts and making waves on just about every social media platform. As for the $40 product on the right, we have a single cosmetic bundle for Halo Infinite. That's right, a cosmetic bundle. But Halo Infinite is free to play. That means you can't criticize it. Dude. Free to play is why Halo Infinite was released as a shell of a game and took almost 2 years to be considered almost a complete Halo game. Free to play is why Halo Infinite is hardly more than a virtual boutique, because it cares more about selling the same color to you 7 times than it does about rewarding you for your accomplishments. Helldivers 2 has a battle pass and in-game store as well, but I mean, look at those cosmetic prices. $1 and some change per cosmetic? You cannot tell me you actually prefer $10 colors and $20 armor sets in Halo. Free to play. Helldivers 2 at launch brought with it 2 battle passes, one of them being completely free. An actual free battle pass, not the filler segments of a premium one that just dished out near useless XP boosts and challenge swaps. I still don't love micros being in a paid game on day one, but this is way more player friendly than the armor cores that forced players to buy the same or similar looking colors and armor pieces several times if they wanted to look a certain way. I mean, 2 years in and we can finally put shoulder pieces on whatever core we want, and 343 considers that content. Come on. Look, I don't know who gets the final say in the Halo series, but anybody with decision-making authority, both resigned and current, should be utterly embarrassed by how greedy Helldivers 2 makes them look. Look, I already knew Mr. Krabs was behind the whole show over there at 343, but now it's just undeniable. Especially when you consider how far $40 will take you in Helldivers 2 versus Halo Infinite. The entire game or 2 armor sets. If you don't see the disconnect there, I'm not sure what to tell you. To those commenters out there that keep insisting to me that voting with your wallet will never work, might I introduce you to Helldivers 2. It's a prime candidate to consider if you're willing or able or just when you're ready to put $40 into the gamer ballot box. $40 is a lot of money, and you deserve more value for that money than a cosmetic that was most likely pulled out of a battle pass to try to squeeze more money out of you. And trust me, AAA execs love hearing nothing more than,
"I'm still having fun, I'll support the game."
It makes for an excellent Trojan horse. Now, greedy monetization's not unique to Halo Infinite, so what else did Helldivers 2 do to humiliate Halo specifically? It showed that the Halo IP is being wasted. In Helldivers 2, you're literally a Helljumper ODST in the game. Your dropship is called a Pelican, for crying out loud.
Pelican 1 approaching pickup. Pelican 1 preparing to depart. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Seriously, change the IP to Halo, change the name to Helljumpers ODST, keep the same gameplay loop, and the game still works. Covenant, Flood, Banished, Prometheans, Sentinels. There's plenty of Halo factions to choose from. Now, I'm not accusing Helldivers 2 of copying Halo. If anything, it's just an homage to Halo, just like it is to Aliens and Starship Troopers. Just like Halo was to Aliens and Starship Troopers. Halo fans have been begging for years for spin-offs, ODST games, third-person games. Halo is Microsoft's Star Wars with how much lore and creativity could come from the world that's already there. And what has Microsoft done with it? Pumped out minimum viable products and left it up to the fans to make new content. Right, supporting them by buying their $20, $40 armor skins has really paid off, hasn't it? The point here is that this could have easily been a Halo game, but it's not. In fact, it's not even on Xbox currently, and it's blasting its way to the top of the charts. The most valuable company in the world, Microsoft, couldn't be bothered to innovate, so a smaller studio beat him to the punch. And then Phil Spencer has the audacity to say he doesn't understand who it helps by not having the game ported to Xbox. Phil, spare me. You had Microsoft's resources, you had talented developers, you had 20 years worth of a Halo fanbase, and what did you do with it? You used it to cash in on other trends for the last decade, and instead of trying anything new or being creative, you're too busy trying to buy up other studios so you can profit off of their creativity instead. I'm not knocking on the business model, I'm just saying, if you're not gonna try with Halo anymore, give it to someone who will and they will make you money. A shocking revelation, I know. Also, if these tweets are true, somebody tweeted out that staff at 343 had pitched anywhere from 20 to 30 Halo games, including a Helldivers type of game, and they all got denied. Now this could just be someone hitting us with the classic hipster move of,
well, I thought it was cool before it was cool.
But whether it's true or not, at best it shows 343's incompetence, and at worst it shows their unwillingness to get away from chasing trends. Either way, Phil, you had the chance for basically Helldivers 2 to be an Xbox exclusive under the Halo IP, and you fumbled it. You know, maybe Phil wasn't the one who said no to it, but obviously there's not a culture there at 343 and Xbox for trying new things with the Halo IP. Except new ways to piss off a fan base. That's totally cool there. If this is Xbox's flagship series, then I shudder to think about what's gonna happen to the IPs that they're snatching up like Halloween candy. The Microsoft graveyard awaits ye. Now, Helldivers 2 is not without its live service launch issues. I haven't had this issue, but looking online, obviously a lot of other people have had trouble even just getting into matches. Turns out, apparently, the game was so much more successful than Arrowhead projected, they had to cap the player count to make sure it still functioned. They're having to retroactively create more server space to accommodate everyone that wants a piece of that Liberty pie. Halo Infinite was the opposite. There were plenty of people that got in, but the content was so dry, they bounced. Look at the difference in how launch was handled in these two games. Arrowhead's CEO went to Twitter and actively told people, wait to buy the game until they could take in more players. Could you ever imagine someone at 343 or Microsoft saying something like that? Don't spend your money yet, wait till we make you a good product. No shot. The odds of that are about the same as a grunt surviving a 20-minute nap. What'd 343 do during Halo Infinite's launch controversies? They sold us the color blue for $8 and tried to gaslight us into thinking the game was more successful than it was. The Halo franchise has now been run by 343 longer than it was run by Bungie. Obviously, Bungie has got a ton of modern day issues, but at least when they ran Halo, they had a passion for it and it showed. The only passion 343 and Microsoft has shown us is passion for the whales. We'll see how long Helldivers 2 popularity lasts, if the gameplay loop and so far pretty promising foundations hold up over time, but as of right now, I will consider this game an unintentional, yet still applicable, middle finger to modern day Halo. It's a middle finger to other expensive AAA games too, but I think Halo's the one it embarrasses the most. You want to see another expensive game that should be embarrassed by Helldivers 2's success? Click here for my video on the beef between IGN and Unalive Squad. If it's not there yet though, hang tight and consider subscribing so that you don't miss it when it drops. As always, thanks for watching. Kingerd out.